All right, day 9.
Day 9.
A little chilly this morning, but thought I'd give just kind of a quick view of the shelter we're in last night. This is a pretty cool little shelter, Dock Knob Shelter. You can tell it's got a little porch on a deck on it with a nice picnic table and benches and some free storage. What are you going to call ice? But again, Dock Knob Shelter got a nice little chair in there. So pretty nice. Again, nothing real big, but this is one of the fancier ones. I think what we're seeing is most of the shelters up here in Virginia are much nicer than what you normally see down in the Georgia area. But this is really nice. You got the waters kind of just up there where Joe's at. Essentially, you got to reach down in between some rocks to actually get the water. But it's flowing pretty good, and you can easily scoop it out without a problem. But again, a really nice shelter. We're just finishing up our breakfast here, kind of spread out, making a mess, but it looks like it's gonna be another pretty day. I think the temps are supposed to actually get up to about 50 today, so it should be really nice. We've got a really short day. We've got about 9.3 miles, and we'll be going into Pearisburg, Virginia. Again, we're gonna stay in a hostel and take the time to go ahead and resupply, get over to the grocery store and so forth, and take care of everything we need to, and then push on. But anyways, that'll give just a quick view of the shelter. Watch out for the cliff here, Joe.
Tipping over the poles.
All right, we are moving along here on day 9. We are on top of, I'm not sure, was there a name to this?
You know, I don't know, but it's real near Pearisburg.
Yeah, let me just pan around. A beautiful view. We're kind of power lines right here, but just gorgeous views. Walk near the side, there's a good view of what I'm assuming is a lake over there. I'm not sure what lake it would be, but okay, let me stop this before I get dizzy. But we're making good time. It's been some blowdowns, but really not too bad so far. We're kind of expecting them to get worse here as we're on top of the ridge. And we'll see how that unfolds and slowing us down at all, but we're doing pretty good. Again, our goal is to get into Pearisburg and gonna stay at the Angels Rest.
Angels
yeah.
Rest, I think, Hiker's Haven.
Yeah, and again, do some resupply, go get a real meal at a restaurant, maybe a couple adult beverages, maybe in the future. At least that's what we're hoping.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Still a little bit brisk. It's supposed to get up to 50 days. Supposed to be a beautiful day, but right now it's probably still in the 30s and wind blowing. It's a little bit chilly for me. I did pick up a new bandana at the hiker box at Weary Feet, so this will have to do. It kind of clashes with my outfit, but I'll have to do it until I can get a new one.
We haven't come across the fashion police yet, so I think we're
which
safe.
is a good thing because we no fashion here. So, all right, well, we'll see you all down the trail a little bit, and I guess that's it.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, take care, y'all. All right, made a stop for lunch here, and this may be the best view ever. Seems like we're having a lot of good views. Let me turn this around a little bit and kind of take a look at the view that we've got out here. Just incredible. Just incredible. Anyways, that's our view for lunch today. So we will see y'all a little bit down the trail. Just about in Pearisburg here, and a little bit of a surprise. Nice little cool little waterfall. We've probably got about I don't know, 0.9 miles, something like that, and we'll be there. So, you ready to get there, Joe?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's been another great day. We had fantastic weather and great hiking. And as you probably recall, we were at Dock Knobs last night. And we didn't do anything this morning. We just wanted to get out of there because it was pretty chilly.
Cold.
You know, 20, 26, 25 degrees, something like that. And so we got our stuff. We had a quick breakfast and got on out on the trail. And it was a good day hiking, but we had our challenges along the way. We had those blowdowns again that we had to go through.
Yeah, a little bit different this time. A lot of blowdowns, but the path was pretty wide, or I should say the mountainside was pretty wide. So you could actually walk around things as opposed to what we experienced, I don't know, a few days ago when we were coming off of Chestnut Shelter, where it was a narrow path. You couldn't get around it. All you could do was go through it. This was, it's tiring. You've got to kind of bushwhack a little bit through things. But again, relatively speaking, it wasn't quite as bad. But for anybody that's watching this, that's going to be hiking through, coming from, it was about a mile south of Doc Snobs when we started hitting blowdowns. And then all the way up through the ridge, right before you start heading down into Pearisburg is where it's the worst. So
yeah, about the 3.5 miles before Pearisburg, it kind of settled out a little bit. Then you ran into the ice and the snow in certain sections of the trail there, but it was not a bad hike. There were some great views up at the, what was it called, the ledges?
Yeah, the ledges
up there, just 3.5 miles southbound out of Pearisburg. Great views, great place to sit and take a break. And
hopefully some of the videos came out or will come out from some of those pictures, because it seems like each one we're saying this is the best view ever.
Yeah.
Then the next one, this is the best view ever.
We're suckers for a view.
Yeah. So it was. It makes it very worthwhile. I think for anybody that's hiked up a hard mountain, it's rewarding when you get to the top and you get a view. It can be disappointing when you get to the top and you don't have a view because you're in the clouds or it's raining or whatever. So yeah, it's even more satisfying when it works out well.
Yeah,
it
we've had a lot of that.
Yeah.
And then we made it to Angel's Rest Hostel. We were picked up by Broccoli Bob, and he brought us in. And great place. The bunkhouse is really nice. Laundry, showers, bathhouse, all that's great. And the coolest thing is we had heard of this person, Grambo, from listening to Ramdino, and then also we had seen Rambo's entries in some of the logs. And we kept thinking, who's Grambo? And we both kind of thought it was a guy, like Grandpa. And we roll into Angel's Heart, and there's Grambo in her RV vehicle. And wonderful lady.
She is. And what's interesting is she's from Blue Ridge, Georgia, and pretty well right in the same neck of woods that Joe has a cabin in those areas, pretty familiar. So the two of them were able to talk about all the stuff up in that area. So it's again, a small world at times.
Yeah, she had a house in the same neighborhood where our cabin was. She knows that whole area and knows the people where we buy furniture sometimes in Woodstock. And so we got to go have dinner with her. It was a wonderful experience.
Cool lady. She's section hiking, so she'll have them shuttle her up to a certain spot and then hike a while, and then either, I think in some cases, hike back to here or hike to another spot where they'll shuttle her back to here, and then she'll get her RV and move up the trail. Yeah. So again, pretty cool.
If we can channel her spirit, drive, and motivation, there is no doubt we're going to make it to Kentucky.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're hoping to see her on the trail tomorrow. She's actually going to be shuttled up a little bit ahead of us, and we think we may end up at the same shelter area tomorrow night. So we'll see how that unfolds, but we're hoping that'll work out. So anyways, good Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. Had
a couple of adult beverages, which was good, but more importantly, some great food. I don't even remember what the name of the place was.
I don't either.
We knew good Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
And then Food Lion was right down the hill from us, so we just walked there and I had some resupply to do, and it was pretty simple. For my first official grocery store resupply, I handled it well. And I think the key is, as Joe mentioned, go eat first before you go to the grocery store, or you'll end up with a food bag that weighs way too much.
Yeah.
So and it already weighs too much.
Yeah, we're already bumming because today coming in, our food bags are almost empty, and then now we're having to fill them back up again, and could be some pretty good elevation to deal with tomorrow, but we're excited. So we're going to get up bright and early and hopefully be at the trail by 8 o'clock and start the journey again tomorrow.
Yeah. And so looking forward, we're hoping in 3 days to be around the Four Pines Hostel. Joe's got a box there, so in a minimum we're going to pick it up. We're not sure if we'll stay there. It all depends on what time we get in to Four Pines. And then after that, we'll be pushing on to Daleville, Virginia. And then from there, we're going to figure it out. So I think that's one of the interesting things. And actually, it's kind of fun at times. Joe and I will sit down each night and really start saying, okay, what are we going to do? And certainly when we get to the point where we got a resupply of, what's it look like? How many days will it take to get to this spot? What do we need? How much food do we need? And it's kind of free form in a way, because we'll think we're going to do this, and then either we push extra miles or we don't get as many miles, so then you got to anyways. I think that's probably the part that we'll get better at as we go along, but it certainly takes a lot of thought as you're moving forward with it.
And in the midst of all that, no matter how good your plan is, oftentimes you can't execute because of weather.
Right.
Your body's failing on you, or there be some other calamity that comes in the way. So it humbles you. So you go try to do what you can, but you got to recognize when you can't. Just take what the trail gives you and go from there.
As our new mantra is, we're taking what it's giving because we're hiking for a living. There may be more to that song as we go along, but so a couple milestones today. One is today was 9 days, which is a day more than we've ever hiked as far as one length of time. So we've been out on the trail 9 days now. The second is we have hiked over 100 miles now since our start, so that's pretty exciting. That means we only have roughly about 1,559 miles to get to Todd, but that's better than 1,659. Yeah. So we'll take one little small step at a time. I think our next major milestone will be hitting the 700 mark, which will be, we got a little ways for that, 63-ish. By the time we hit Dalesville or Four Pines, I think we will have, and you've got to wait and see we've been working on our celebratory dance, and I think we'll have it fine-tuned by then.
And then we'll build on that.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, I think that's pretty much it for day 9. It's in the books.
Yep, in the books, and we'll be back at you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning we'll start it all over again. All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, good night.